What's up, guys? It's Kids from Two Pairs TV, back at it again. I'm Bailey.
And I'm Dain.
And today we're discussing a very good topic.
Why Adidas is better than Nike.
That's not the topic. We're going to be talking about Adidas versus Nike.
And the winner's going to be Adidas.
It's not. It's not a debate. There's no winner. We're just talking about the general controversy.
We're just going to be talking about like what Nike has to offer, what Adidas has to offer, and basically the differences between the brands. And yeah, just going to be an interesting video.
So let's get into it. First of all, okay, until Boost, you were 100% Team Nike, but right now, if one shoe had to go and you could only have one brand in your collection, who would it be?
Right now, it would definitely have to be Nike, just because like Nike's always been ahead, and it's still ahead. Like everywhere you look, you're gonna see people wearing Nikes, and if I had to pick, I'd definitely be Nike. So that I think Nike kind of counts with Jordan brand. I mean, Nike.
Sure.
So then I could rock J's and yeah. But I do like Adidas.
So you technically are Team Nike.
I'm technically Team Nike, but I really do like Adidas.
Okay. I'm 110% Team Nike, and I'm not going anywhere. I'm not a Boost head by any means. Boost is cool, but like I don't know. I don't get why this right here is such a big deal. Like, it's comfortable and soft, but it doesn't last the way it should. And Adidas has to do so much to stay in the game. So like, I'm sticking with Nike. And Adidas doesn't offer that much. Like, they have Boost and nothing else is like.
Yeah. They don't have a lot to offer besides their Boost shoes. Like before.
And then Nike's got Zoom Air in one.
And then they do pods of each.
And Lunar Lawn.
With the foams.
Which is why Nike's better, because they have way more. The support in here is way better than the support in here.
Oh yeah.
Whether you're playing or you're walking, because I've worn these both ways, and this responds way better.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're like bouncing on the heels, this compresses and squeezes way better than the Boost.
Yeah, the Boost basically is just a cushion. I mean, and I've heard people say it like, they're basically just squishy. Like, that's all it does. It's just like this really squishy, basically. It's not foam, it's plastic, technically, but.
Work it, make it, do it, makes us harder, better, faster, stronger.
And I don't think Adidas would have took off if Kanye didn't sign with them.
Oh, no, I don't think so either. I think Kanye really helped Adidas build their popularity.
But he was with Nike first.
Right.
Nike had.
But he dropped out of Nike because they were such. They didn't let
the two didn't click.
Yeah, they didn't work together, and it seems like
Kanye's crazy.
Yeah, Kanye.
Nike is still the GOAT.
Like, if you look at the quantity of Yeezys and the quantity of like a Jordan, like there's way more J's and way less Yeezys.
Yeah.
And I think if they made Jordans way more limited, that they would be selling out and be as hype as Adidas.
The resale would be the same.
Yeah, it would be similar, if not more.
Flyknit or Primeknit? Adidas has
That's a really hard question because they're all different. Like, depending on the shoe, they're different.
Now, say you've got the same layering, same thickness, and same stretchiness to each one. Which one are you
I really like Primeknit because it's warmer. Like, it keeps your feet really warm, and the patterns are better. Like Flyknit, the patterns usually aren't as good, and it is hard. Like, there's some shoes that are soft and some are hard. Performance wise, I would definitely say that Flyknit is better. Nike Flyknit is better for performance.
That's why I think I'd go with Flyknit, but only if I'm running.
Yeah.
Anything else, I'm gonna go with Primeknit for the comfort.
Right. Yeah. That's exactly.
Because Flyknit's really good when you're running.
Yeah, it's really breathable. It's more supportive. It doesn't stretch as much. Again, depending on the shoe, they're all a little bit different. But definitely Flyknit is better for a running or performance shoe.
Not to mention, this is a big thing for me. I think Nike is better because the collabs are way better than Adidas. Nike has V-Lone. They have Off-White cause for the Jordan 4s. Those were probably the best collab this decade so far. People were
that is
tripping over
true.
those. Besides Kanye, Adidas has what? Adidas has Alexander Wang,
And
which is
they do the parlay thing. Is that a collab? Is parlay a collab?
Parley was a collab. I do like that one, but part of it is kind of whack.
Because they only have like one shoe, and they're not. Okay, the first ones are really cool, and they sell for stupid amounts of money. But the new released ones,
They're normal. They're just like any other
they look like the Navy Ultra Boosts.
and they're not selling out.
Yeah, they still have them. We were just at the mall, and they still have the uncaged. What?
I can't get over the Alexander Wang collabs. Those are ugly.
They're Alexander Wang
ugly. I'm gonna
collabs.
show 'em.
I don't know why people jumped on that and
This
actually
is-
wear those.
This is the Alexander Wang collection. Where's it? Won't hold on. These are ugly. Why do people buy these?
Do they have?
If they
do
did
they
not-
even have resale value? Oh, those are the ones that were technically basketball shoes.
If they did not have Boost, people would not buy them.
it looks like a ugly jungle boot.
Exactly.
It looks
They
like
put
an
together
ugly,
pieces
heavy-
of plastic and just pieces of stuff and put them together on top of Boost.
It's like a
Pretty much
the
every
culture around them, like people who support Nike and people who support Adidas.
Well, the people who support Nike are more like athletic, and the people who support Adidas are just interested in streetwear.
Yeah,
Like Supreme heads who think Supreme is better than Babe.
right.
That's another controversy, but
That's another thing. It's completely different. We're not going to get into that. Also, I've kind of found that people who wear Adidas don't wear it because they like it. They wear it because it's hype, and people.
don't get me started.
It's like the thing that like hype beast, and a lot of people have made it like cool to be a hype beast, but really it just makes you like that's why they buy Adidas. Just because it's cool right now. Not because they like it. Not because of any other reason other than hype.
But Nike's more like low key and straightforward. Like
Like, oh, you have Nikes, like that's really cool. There's not a lot of hyped up Nike shoes.
which is okay, cause like they're so cool. Like I still
And
step
they're
out
still
in my
they're
Nikes
still
and get
they're still
compliments on them.
limited and they still cost a lot of money, but
Yeah.
there's no one freaking out over them. Like everybody
Which is nice, because sometimes it's nice to be able to step out in your shoes and like not get.
and just like let yourself know that they're really nice and that
Yeah.
you like them and that other sneakerheads might be into them, but
Like I'll throw those on, those KDs, and I'll get looks, but like nobody's freaking out about them. Or like my Space Jams, sometimes I get, like I had some kids interrupt me about them and stuff, but like nobody's freaking out, which is nice. Cause it's like it's just there. Like you just feel like you step out in something nice, but you're still like normal about it.
exactly. And then with Adidas, either there's the very few people who just wear them as shoes, and they don't go to the mall dressed up with their oversized tee and their shredded jeans and their backwards hat, trying to flex on everybody. And they didn't
It puts
do
a bad
anything
rep
for
on
it.
Adidas.
It really does, because I really like Adidas and I genuinely like Ultra Boost, NMDs, and a lot of those other shoes that are out right now, and it makes it hard to wear them with the stereotypical person who wears Adidas shoes.
Now, lastly, what about like just clothing and streetwear and stuff? Like Nike's got Tech Fleece and Tech Knit, and they've got some nice styles. But
we haven't
Adidas just caters all the same stuff that still looks nice.
Adidas with clothing, they basically have no special materials
Yeah.
for clothing.
They have like one thing, I can't remember what it's called because it's not that big a deal.
So they don't really have anything really performance oriented that they push anyway, like that they advertise. So in that aspect,
I feel like clothing Nike's ahead
and
because
clothing technology-wise, Nike's ahead with all their woven clothes and sweatpants and the tech fleece stuff.
And everybody wears Adidas shoes with Nike socks.
That really makes me angry. That's a whole nother topic that we can make a whole video about. Is people who wear either their Adidas shoes with Nike socks or Nike shoes with Adidas socks. You have to match, or don't wear a sock with one of those brands on it, because
or cover it up with your pants,
or cover it up, because you just look like an idiot. And I've done it a couple of times where I'm wearing Nike socks and I throw on my Adidas shoes and it's like,
I've done it a couple times.
Oops, and then you just feel like an idiot for the rest of the day.
There's only those brands that it's a problem.
Right.
Because when you're wearing your Nike socks and you put on your Yeezys, at the end of the day, Nike is still above Adidas.
That's not.
I'm saying, actually though, physically and with its presence in the brand and the industry, Nike is above Adidas.
In a lot of ways, it is, but simplicity is kind of where it's at, I guess. They just kind of have their simple-ish designs.
Yeah,
and nothing's really,
I do have to agree with that.
Nothing's really out of control. The Vapor Max looks like an alien spaceship.
In a cool way, though.
In a cool way, though. It's really cool. And then you have something like the Ultra Boost where it's clean lines, not a lot is going on. It has the kind of stripy print on it. 3 laces going back and forth. And it's really clean. There's not a lot going on. And it's just really simple. And I don't know, I kind of like that, where it's just really simple, looks good. Yes, they're stupidly expensive, but you also get what you pay for, especially with both brands. The more you pay, the more you get. And I don't always agree with the price tag on a lot of their shoes, but there's a trade-off for it.
So all in all, personally, I believe Nike has always been ahead, is ahead right now, and will always be they're the GOAT. Nike is the brand.
Nike is definitely above Adidas. Adidas is cool right now, and if you count Jordan Brand with Nike, it's untouchable. You can't step. I don't know. You can't get farther than Nike. They've been around for so long and popular for so long that it's almost why wouldn't you wear Nikes?
Exactly.
Yeah, Nike's better.
End of discussion. Nike wins. End of discussion. Nike versus Adidas. I believe Nike will always win that. No matter the argument, Nike always has a better counter argument.
They always have a better counter, even though I guess I like both brands equally. I kind of lean toward Adidas, but the facts are there, and you can't argue with facts. All right, thanks for
Respect
watching.
the swoosh. Respect the swoosh. I'm Bailey. That's Dain. We're Two Pairs TV. Leave a like, subscribe, comment. Let us know what you want to see. Let us know how we did on this video. Until next time, see you guys.